Hello and welcome to another Meaty update. Alright, so this time we are looking at the new DK that has been added to the main demo bridge. So if I pick up a fresh piece of meat right here, and we put it over here next to the chunks I have already gathered, you can kind of see that it is a bit of a different color. So let's zoom in real quick. Let's take that off as well. So meat that is fresh will be nice and bright and red, just like that. Meat that is starting to rot is going to start looking more and more gray and nasty looking. So as the meat decays, it loses food value, meaning this piece right here is not going to be as filling as the piece I had just pulled off of the carcass. Like, look at this nasty gray color. Like, they did a good job making this look disgusting. Now, if I understand correctly, meat will not decay while you're carrying it, only once you put it on the ground. So, while I'm carrying this, it's not going to decay any further. But once I put it down, its decay timer will start up again. But yeah, so meat now decays, which is going to help out people from knowing what to eat first, I guess. Like, you can really see the difference right there while they're side by side. Look at that color difference there. Ew, gross. But yeah, you can see that all these big pieces are starting to decay as well. So if you see a dark colored piece of meat, it is not going to give you the same amount of food as a fresh piece, and it's not going to last as long because it's going to despawn faster than the bright ones. So like, we could pick up this piece and eat it, and it'll probably fill us up, or at least I think it would fill us up. I do not know if rotten meat is eventually going to give you negative health or not, or, like any sort of negative effect, but I don't know. That's up to the developers. But yeah, meat now decays. It looks quite gross as it does. I mean, look how disgusting those are looking. And let's log out real fast. Log back into my Spino. That's my cat hitting my microphone again, as always. Okay. Or not my Spino, my Suko. Alright, so we're going to come over here real quick. We're just going to give my Deinonychus a good chomp. So, another thing that it didn't show in the last video, but was already present, was you can collect food from dead player bodies. Granted, that chunk looks like it should be the entire Deinonychus, but, it's a work in progress feature. And I pretty much picked up its entire body when I took this meat chunk. But yeah, so you can collect meat from fallen players. It's totally a working feature. It's getting foggy. It's going to make it a little harder to show you comparisons. But alright, don't worry about the body floating. That happens when you use the photo mode with a ragdoll. Ragdolls do not like photo modes. But you can see the color difference right there between these two. Between these two large chunks. Oh, look how gross these ones are getting. Ew, nasty. Yeah, these chunks right here are looking pretty rotten. Like, that is just icky. Good job, Jiggy. They look terrible. In a good way. Like, they look like rotten meat should look. Alright, but there's another one thing that I want to show you. Let's switch to the Styracosaurus. Alright, let's run our way down. So, not only can you collect meat from fallen players, as well as from spawned carcasses, but if we come out here and drain our stamina... So, previous to this patch, dinosaurs that died in the water were pretty much useless. Like, even Spinos and Sukos could not eat from bodies that were at the bottom of lakes, meaning if you died in a lake, nobody would be able to eat your body. So a lot of people chose to, die by drowning than to get killed. As you've seen in some of my videos where people purposely drown themselves to evade a predator. But once my stinking long breath bar wears out, I will show you a cool new feature. And maybe I shouldn't have chosen Styracosaurus. He does have a really big breath bar. But, we'll get there in time. Plus, we can just admire him swimmy around. Swammy. About half done. I was thinking about pre-killing a dinosaur in the water, but I know how ragdolls react to photo mode, and I knew I was going to take him zooming in on the meat, so you know, it wouldn't have done any good because the corpse would have just flown away. It's a bug. It's a bug with the photo mode. It happens. It's probably a difficult one to fix since it's related to photo mode and not to the game itself. Alright, now we can start dying. Dying is so fast. Alright, so now we have a body at the bottom of the lake. And previously this meant that everybody was out of luck. But not anymore. This still doesn't help land predators whose prey goes into the water and dies. But now Sucos and Spinos can actually, pull food off a carcass while it's underwater. So they at least have a reason now to kill players that are swimming across the lake. And if they kill it, now they're not doing it just because they can, they're doing it because they can still get food out of it. Oh, look how gross the meat is getting. Like look at this nastiness, man. They did so good on the color. It just is so unappealing. But yeah, now Sucos and Spinos can go underwater and grab meat off of carcasses. So you better be careful when swimming across those lakes. They have even more reason now to attack you because free food. Look at this. We got a nice big old meaty chunk right here. Delicious. My little gator with his meat chunk. So yeah, I know it's not a long video, but it's just a little update. You can take food off of player corpses. Meat now decays and looks quite atrocious while it does, in a good way. Like, it's not supposed to look good when it's rotting. You can take, Spinos and Sucos can take food off of underwater corpses. I mean, look at that. Ugh. Ugh. Very good job, Jiggy. I mean, ugh. Ugh. I'm not gonna eat that kind of meat. Yeah, so lots of good updates. Like I said, the meat carry mechanic and the decay mechanic are live on the main branch, as is the eating from underwater corpses and eating from player corpses. All of that is now on the live branch for everybody to enjoy. And I hope you all are, because I know I am. You've seen my Concavinator Steak and Shake video. Sadly, Suko's not as good at it as Concavinator is. But not everyone can be a pro steak and shaker. As always, I will continue to cover new content as it comes to the public testing branch. I know a lot of you watch me and don't actually own the game or on the fence about the game or can't access the public testing branch yourself, and my videos are one of the only ways you can get some good in-depth coverage of what is being worked on. And it's good to know what the game is being worked on and how development is going. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with the speed of how they're the speed of their development. Like, stuff is going so quick, and I'm very impressed with how they've been working and their overall professionalism, I guess I would say. It's very nice. Anyways, keep up the great work, developers, and I hope you guys that watching all enjoy the new meat update on the live branch.